Hey guys, David here from Out and Back. Welcome to our very first vlog series. I'm going to call this the Back series. So what it's going to cover is everything we do when we are back home, when we're not out on a trip. All the stuff, getting ready, buying stuff, modifying four-wheel drive, spending way too much money. At the moment, we're on our way to the Chaos store grand opening over at G-Bung on the north side of Brisbane. Pretty exciting day. Later on, we're actually going to go to the PBR rodeo as well up in Caboolture. And in the meantime, I've got about 10 random tasks to get done this weekend for the patrol. And the trailer, because we've got to start modifying the trailer because there's something very exciting coming, something that is going to go on that trailer. The little quad bike isn't going to go out as much as what it used to. But yeah, follow on. What do you think? Like it? That's what we want. Free latte, so you can't complain about that ever. Picked up a couple more shackles, soft shackles. Been smashing the last few out on the property, pulling down trees. It's best to replace them before they fail, and at the bargain price that Chaos still for, and the quality that it is. Well, why wouldn't you spend more money? Just spend it. It's only money. Throw it away. Right, so we're supposed to do this tomorrow, but we've decided we're going to do it today. We're going to head out to our property and go have a look. They're supposed to start a bit of earthworks this week. So we're going to rocket run out there, smash it out, and then we can spend a bit more time on trailers, four-wheel drives, vehicle washing, get all the dust off. Do all that. See how we go, eh? So we just drove all the way from the north side of Brisbane to come out here because they told us in an email that they'd begun site works on our block, which is pretty exciting because I need to know where a few things are going to be so I can site the shed. It's probably the most important part for me. However, as you can see, nothing happened. We do have a couple of stakes. We've got about 4 stakes, so that's exciting. Progress. Hey!
went, Stephen? Are you happy with the progress? Man, a few words.
Okay, so we're back.
That was so loud.
Sorry,
Okay, go.
I'm just excited, I'm pumped. Okay, so we're northbound on the Bruce Highway. We're heading to PBR tonight, so that should be pretty good. I actually went to another rodeo last weekend. It's been a number of years since I've been to rodeo, so it's cool to get back into them. You might notice that someone else is driving the patrol, and it's a pretty special occasion because this is probably the third or fourth time that Nat has driven the patrol. It scares the shit out of me. Not so much that she's a bad driver, but more so for the fact that it's a big car. Yeah, it's heavy. It doesn't handle like a Camry. It is like driving a friggin' boat that weighs the same amount of weight as a Kenworth. So there's a certain way you drive it. So she's still learning. I'm trying to help her out, give her a few pointers about listening to the sound of the engine and stuff like that. You'll hear I'm talking pretty loudly, and that's because the TD42 is not the quietest engine, and the GU Patrol cabin doesn't have the best soundproofing. So that's why I'm talking very loudly as well. Also, I'm pumped, psyched. We're heading to PBR. Nat's excited.
So
Pretty like the second rodeo you've ever been to. There
got
you
myself
go.
some Arians.
She's got the boots.
Country gal.
She's got the flannel on. She looks the part. Anyway, we're going to keep driving. We'll see you guys when we get there.
To cheer for in Mount Walker, Queensland. Oh no, look out! Wow, Brody Frizzell, Kristen Wood getting in there, trying to get him out there, and I hope he is okay. We may need our paramedics. There are high stakes in the sport of PBR. Here we go.
Alright, that's enough playing. It's time to do some work. Okay. So, some of you may recognise this trailer from the past. Maybe the dogs, probably not. So, due to what we are purchasing, we need to change this trailer to make it work. It's already a little bit different since the last time. A lot of you might have seen it. Rooftop tent on the top. There's a rhino rack up there, the Foxwing awnings on there instead of on the Patrol, and there is a different toolbox. However, don't know how much of this is going to be able to stay. Roof rack is probably going to go, and that toolbox is probably going to go as well. But what we have to figure out, first and foremost, is how much weight is on the ball weight. Hence why we have purchased ball weight scales. And then we need to work out whether we're going to use this toolbox on the drawbar. Probably not, probably going to be too big and too heavy. Or this one over here, this smaller black toolbox. Ultimately, it is better if we use this toolbox. However, might not necessarily be the best bet for the suspension on the Patrol. So let's get to work. Let's find out. Righto, so it's bloody humid here in Queensland. I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but the dog's feeling it. This is Lexi, by the way, trusty Kelpie. So firstly, yeah, moving this forward, and then probably going to look to empty that box, take it off, and take a starting ball weight, and then we'll start to put stuff back on and just see where it ends up, basically. Not 100% sure how the ball weight scale is going to work because it's designed for a standard pitch, and that is a DO35. So we might have to sit it slightly further back, just behind the ball, as opposed to where the ball actually is. It'll still be close enough. Okay, so what you probably would have noticed is there's a fair bit of stuff came out of there, and the reason for that is it was all supposed to be using the skid out of that canopy. Given that the plan has changed, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with some of it because there's not necessarily going to be room in that smaller black box. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens. Otherwise I might have a lot of superfluous equipment on my hands. See? So I probably did that the hardest way possible, but you just work with what you got, and I'm by myself and I don't have any stands or anything to put it on. So, to be honest, probably doesn't look as terrible as I thought it would. Which is good, because like I said, I would rather run this canopy if I can, because the storage in it's better than the black box. Whether or not I can then still keep this, because of how far forward this now has to sit, is a different question. The patrol has a little bit of overhang from the toe point, so there's a chance, a high chance that it could hit. So something else, once I make the decision, work out the weights and everything like that, I'm going to have to bolt it all down, take it for a test drive, take it through some dips, because the chance of the spare tyres on the canopy hitting this is probably relatively high. But you don't know till you try. I'm sure there's probably some mathematical equation that I could use, but whatever. Yeah. We'll see how we go. Okay. Weighing time. Unlucky. Right, so 120 kilos on the ball, which is pretty good. A lot better than I thought it would be. Only concern is going to add more weight into that canopy. Into the toolbox it might be a little bit less than I had planned. However, by the time we add the machine onto the back, it's going to counterbalance that weight a little bit. And also, probably going to take this off and replace it with just a frame of mesh. This is this aluminium sheet with a steel frame, so it's pretty heavy. So I guess the only thing we can do is, like I said, I would prefer to use this one. It's just a matter of bolting it down now and taking it for some drives and just testing it out and just seeing it work. Cross your fingers. You know, your quad tyres are big when they're the same width as your 35-inch patrol tyres. Ew! Pretty happy with the weight of the silver box. I'm not going to bother putting the black box on just yet. I'm going to play around the silver box, see where it ends up. Once we start putting some stuff back in there, see where that weight goes. In the meantime, in 2 weeks, I'm taking the Polaris quad out for the day. So in that time, I need to get our new guards finished. I need to now put floor in because the box is no longer there. And most importantly, I need to get this box bolted down because boxes flying off on highways are a bad thing. See you next time.